What's up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome to another Warframe video. So today we have some juicy information and details for you, and that's going to be going over the next Prime Access. And I'm sure you could guess who it is from the title. It's going to be Inaros Prime. They actually are skipping over Nezha Prime, even though Nezha Prime technically probably should be the next one because he came out chronologically before Inaros did. So I'm a bit annoyed by that. I was actually looking forward to Nezha Prime because I don't have a full build on Nezha currently. And I was actually debating on using an Umbral form on Nezha Prime. But, you know, he'll probably come out in the fall. It was supposed to be Nezha Prime, Inaros Prime, and Octavia Prime this year. But hopefully they just switched around Nezha and Inaros and didn't entirely skip over Nezha. That would be really annoying. So make sure you check out the Twitch channel if you have not already. Twitch.tv/Gaz_TTV. And we're going to get into the stats. We got the stats for you. I don't know where these screenshots came from, but I've got them, and that's all that actually matters. So first off, let's get the first weapon. So the first weapon is going to be the Karst Prime, which is a dagger. As we can see right here, it has actually pretty high stats, but then again, it's a freaking dagger. Daggers are usually daggers have a good stance. They have good charge attacks. The Karst specifically, that's what the Karst has going on. So I'm looking at it right here in the arsenal. It has innate toxin damage, mostly slash, toxin, and puncture. You know, that's pretty good. It's really low attack speed. Currently, it's 0.75. That's probably the slowest dagger, I'm pretty sure. While it has 26% status chance and 10% crit chance with a 2x multiplier. So the Karst Prime is going to also have, so it's just going to have higher base damage. It's going to have, do they show the attack speed in here? Is that 0.9 attack speed, I'm assuming? And it might have 2.2 range. Okay, it looks like it has... I don't speak whatever... I think this is Chinese. I don't speak Chinese. So it looks like... No, there's no way it's 0.667 attack speed. Is this thing actually slower? No way. I don't believe that for a second. It looks like this 0.667 is the attack speed. But then again... You know what? No, there's nothing else that would be at the attack speed here besides maybe 0.9. But that's 0.9 follow through. That never changes, really. Okay, so this thing is slower, but in return, you get much higher base stats. So I believe that is a 24% crit chance with a 2.2 multiplier. So honestly, not that much. The crit chance is a lot higher than right now, but the crit multiplier is only 2.2 versus 2.0. So it's going to be going slower. The innate toxin damage is nice. It will be nice for hard mode with the enemy shields. Apparently the enemy shields in hard mode are like 3 to 5 times multiplied. So I'm just going to recommend everyone just use base toxin. If you actually are going to care enough about modding for Corpus, if you're even going to be farming a Corpus mission in the first place, just do pure toxin, your core whip claw, and your Mesa pistols, on your weapons in general. Just put toxin mods in there. Pure toxin's a great element. So we also have a 30% status chance, and yeah, this thing looks like crap, to be honest. This thing looks like total trash. The fact that they made it slower is kind of mind-blowing. I am assuming that 0.667 is a attack speed, because what else would it be? And then, yeah, there you go. That is the first weapon. Let's get into the next weapon, which is another slightly above Mastery Fodder weapon. That's going to be the Panthera. So they're making a Panthera Prime. So let's get into those stats for you. So currently, the normal Panthera has lots of firing modes, so it's going to be a little bit weird to look at, but here you go. So for the first firing mode, it's got higher crit chance, same crit multiplier, it's got higher status chance, it's got slightly higher fire rate, and it's got the same base damage. These might be placeholder stats, always keep that in mind. These stats could be changed. Because that Karst Prime looked like garbage. This is an MR14 rifle, and it's not looking like a huge upgrade. Although, it's not like everything just has to be a huge upgrade over the other one. And these things might have hidden passives. So, this thing's got an 80-round magazine versus the 60 on the normal Panthera. It's got slower reload. So there might be a hidden gimmick to this, honestly. I can see them making a hidden gimmick to this thing. But as far as we know right now, there's nothing new. So, let's see what else we got here. Secondary, you know, the fact that this has a longer reload, just because it has a slightly larger magazine, makes me think that there is a hidden gimmick to it. At least I hope for its sake. Because if we got a terrible Karst, we got a terrible Panthera, the only thing that is going to be decent in this Prime Access is going to be Inaros. So Inaros is not exactly the best frame in the game. Maybe we'll get a rework with him for this for the Inaros Prime. That would actually be kind of cool. By the way, this is coming out in 2 weeks from today. So yeah, it's kind of hard to show every little stat because like this is just a singular screenshot. So let's actually get Inaros up on the screen. And we'll show Inaros Prime versus Inaros Normie. All right, so looking at his stats right here, we have normal Inaros, 225 armor, 100 energy, 550 health, 0 shield, and 1 sprint speed. That's the level 1 stats. So he's got a lot of health at level 1. Here's Inaros Prime. So, oh boy. Everyone was memeing about how OP they'd make Inaros Prime. 1,000 health at level 1. He gets 25 extra health at level 1. So he's got slightly higher energy by 25. He's got no shield. I was hoping they'd give him a little bit of shield, but they didn't do that. He's got 0.05 extra sprint speed. That's like Riven buff levels of memes, of not really getting a buff that much. So 25 extra health, as I mentioned. So technically slightly tankier. And he's got the same amount of armor. So what you get out of Inaros Prime is 25 more energy. Inaros doesn't even need energy, but okay. 0.05 more sprint speed and 25 health. That is really underwhelming for how like thought about this frame has been, the Prime version. As far as looks, I think he looks really cool. I was hoping he'd have like a pharaoh Egyptian headdress, but they didn't end up going that way. He's got like, it looks like a scarab on his chest. And yeah, I guess I'll probably still use the deluxe skin, honestly. And he's got like a golden, like, it kind of looks like Octavia's little feathers on her hat going on for his helmet. So that's basically it for the Prime Access. That's all 3 of the items. As I said, it looks pretty underwhelming, honestly. Inaros is not really like an extremely useful frame. His use to the team is not dying in normal level missions, but in the Steel Path, he's probably not going to be tanky enough for a lot of those situations, funny enough. So, yeah, I'm going to probably not buy it, even consider buying it at all. Panthera Prime, like, here's another annoying thing. I know it's not all about ribbons, but their design philosophy going forward with ribbons is right off the bat, they're going to have 0.5 disposition, which means they'll be weak sauce. So, for example, the Zorus ribbon, some of the highest stats you're going to get out of a 0.5 dispo ribbon. On the other hand, you got some really good stuff. Like this is another. So the thing about the Tomb Finger is on the Tomb Finger primary has lower stats than on the secondary. I was expecting the Guandao Prime to come out with Nezha Prime. I can't believe they skipped over Nezha Prime. That's really annoying, actually. But basically, yeah, the ribbons will be really weak for the Panthera Prime and the Karst Prime specifically. So I'd say don't even bother getting ribbons for them because all excitement about getting ribbons for new weapons is gone now. At least for me it is, and a lot of other people. So whatever. I mean, that's what they're doing with their game. I can critique it as much as I want, but I honestly feel like they got mad that everyone's like, oh yeah, Nezha Prime's the next. And like, quit acting like we're predictable. We can do whatever we want. We're going to make a Inaros Prime, even though he's not supposed to be out. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that happened. So there you go, guys. As I said, I can't really speak Chinese or read Chinese, so I'm assuming that the Karst Prime is slower than the normal Karst, which is really weird. And the Panthera Prime, it's got to have some hidden gimmick to it, where it like shoots out 3 saw blades or something like that. Although the multi-shot stat was not higher, so as far as like a good dagger that's not the Karst Prime, I have the Keanu Reeves Kuva Sheev, and this one is a lot, as we showed. It's going to have, the Karst Prime will have half the attack speed of this, with the Vargeet Tujai Link, the Pei Grip, and the Bala Strike. This one's got a higher crit chance. It's got lower status chance, but whatever, honestly. It has lower base damage as well, too. So it's like you're sacrificing half the attack speed for, I think, what was it? How much more? 100 more damage, which is a big deal, to be honest. And the innate toxin damage. So this thing might be good, but it will be slow. That's just a fact. So either way, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. And yeah, I'm not going to put a number 4 on Inaros at all, because he honestly would need like a rework where strength is more useful on him to even have me consider him in the first place. Also, you can just run Inaros with 0 mods. You'll be totally fine. Like this build right here is totally fine. Maybe put an aura mod on there to maybe have enemy radar so you can see where the enemies are. And there you go. You're set. Inaros build. Good for the entire Star Chart and beyond. So, we'll talk to you guys next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take it easy. Peace.